That ought to work.
Hey, welcome back to the Busted Badger Garage. Today we're going to go on a little bit of a junkyard treasure hunt. We're going to try to find a used differential for the Cadillac project. So let's get in the truck and go.
Isabel, do you want to go to the junkyard? Do you? Want to go to the junkyard? Do you want to go to the junkyard?
Behold, the majestic pole goat. She is a very, very handy yard truck. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, the junkyard we're going to is just out back. So anyhow, we're looking for a differential for our 96 Cadillac project. The Cadillac has a 293 open differential currently, and I'm hoping to find something out back here that I have already that will give us a better gear ratio. I really wish a good aftermarket posi limited slip was in my budget, but it isn't. I've got this early 2000 Chevy pickup sitting out here. It does have a 342 with the G80 gov lock. It is 8.625. The Cadillac is an 8.5, but I can use the differential with some conversion variants. And yes, before I get a lot of comments, I know the G80 gov lock is not reliable, or it doesn't have the best reputation, but I'm going to use what I have and trying to do this as low buck as possible. Here's our donor truck. Let's get backed up and lift this thing in the air.
Alright, now that we got it up in the air, let's take a better look at things. I have pulled some parts off this in the past. I have already used the drive shaft flange, so the pinion nut's been pulled off. Differential cover's already been off before, so those bolts are loose. Let's get this thing sturdied up in the air a little bit better and get to work. Okay, that looks a lot better. Well, we're going to pull the brake calipers off, pull the rotors on each side, and then once we get in there and remove the C-clips, that'll allow us to pull the axle shaft. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? First thing we're going to have to do is get this pin pulled out, and when you remove that pin, that will allow you to slide the axle shafts in and remove the C-clips. First step in getting this pin pulled is to remove this bolt. Sometimes this pin is really hard to get out, and other times they just slide on out. The C-clips pulled, all you gotta do is grab your axle shafts, slide them out. All right, now we're just gonna pull these bolts that hold these saddles on. Bar, and boom, she is out. So we're going to take our block of wood so we don't damage the threads on the end of the pinion. Gonna need a bigger hammer. There she goes. Sometimes it just takes a big enough hammer.
So we did not strike Junkyard gold today, unfortunately. This pinion has seen better days. I will get this carrier to the shop, clean it up, inspect the GovLock assembly, and looks like we will be ordering a ring and pinion.
But ordering a ring and pinion for this project isn't such a bad deal. If I'm going to do it, I may as well go ahead and order the 373 fun gears like I kind of want. Well, that wraps up today's video. Hit that like button, subscribe, share it with your friends. Make Isabel happy.